Southern Cross, we meet again. I've just watched my Hawks. Huh?
How are you? I follow you on YouTube.
Oh, right. I didn't expect
How
that.
are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Very good.
Alright?
How was Perth?
It was great, yeah.
That's good.
Went to Sydney as well.
How was that?
Great.
Hello, go Hawks. Unfortunately, not the result.
Yeah, not today, no. Wasn't out there. Bro, I did not expect that. That's the first time that's happened, right? I've met subscribers before, but they've contacted me first. Like, they've messaged me or whatever, you want to meet up. That's never happened. I'm literally just recording a clip for my vlog, and a subscriber just walks up, and I'm just like, now that's a good feeling. I'm just like, I remember 2 years ago, I was with Cardman at Marvel Stadium, right? And he had people come to him. I'm just like, one day that will be me. One day that will be me. Today was that day. There's number one. Someone has approached me before, not for AFL though. There's someone that approached me at Arsenal Stadium, outside Arsenal Stadium, saying, are you the guy that does unboxings for our membership packs? So that's the first thing I got recognized for. That's only happened once. This is my first AFL one. That's really cool, man. That's really cool. Anyway, as I was saying, just watched my Hawks lose to Essendon. We made a lot of mistakes in the first 3 quarters, and in the last quarter they blew us away. Too many errors. I'm gonna not talk about that as much. So, they opened a motorsport store here. That's cool. It's got McLaren, Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari section. A bit discriminatory towards the other 6 teams. But as I was saying, I'm flying to Brisbane today. And tomorrow I am going to Australia Zoo. And I'm going to put it in one vlog. There's no point in me vlogging just flying to Brisbane and doing nothing. So I got a night flight. I don't have to leave this early. I literally went to the game. I came straight back, got my suitcase, and now I'm ready to go. But I don't have to leave this early. But I am anyway, because I like to get to the airport early unless I have something planned. If I have plans, then I'll stay. But if not, I'll just go straight to the airport. I like to get there early, get things sorted out. It's a really great red Ferrari section. I'm looking forward to this, man. Australia Zoo. This is the zoo. Yeah. Rest in peace, Steve. I love you too, even though I'm not Australian. You know, I love that guy when I was a kid. All right. But this is his zoo. His zoo. I'm looking forward to visiting. So there's a tour group. There's multiple tour groups that take you there as a transit from either Brisbane or Gold Coast. So that's what I'm doing. They give you 6 hours free time. I've also got an activity booked where I meet an Australian eagle. A big eagle, which is going to be interesting. I don't want to miss the Wildlife Warriors show, which is a famous show they have over there. Hopefully I get a seat. And apart from that, I'm looking forward to looking around Australia Zoo. Apparently there were some great animals, and you'd expect that from the Irwins. I've got a lot of respect for that family, so I'm looking forward to visiting the zoo in Australia. It's been a long time coming. It's long overdue. Wish I did it last year when I was in Brisbane, but the timing wasn't right. My flight was too early. Came here for went there for a finals game. The flight was too early. I couldn't do it. But it is what it is. Today we're actually doing it. Unfortunately, because of this, I'm missing the Geelong St Kilda game and the Melbourne Western Bulldogs game. But you win some, you lose some. Okay, it is what it is. I really wanted to do this, so I'm excited to share that with you. And yeah, I've not got window seat, so maybe a bit of the sky bus, a bit of the plane, and boom, we're at the hotel. And then next morning, Australia Zoo. Let's do this. Inevitable. Past security, and look, there's another one right there, W.A. Smith. It's right there. See what I mean? They take over airports. It's much worse in England than it is in Australia, but still. It's just, I didn't realize they went international until a couple of years ago. Subway, my friend. I think why I love Subway so much. Basically, I have great memories from going Subway in my college days. Me and my friends at college, sometimes we'd take the whole class. We'd go to Subway. It's like a traditional thing. Back then, it was like £5 for a sandwich, and a foot long, and a drink was £5, and you can refill the cup. Now is a rip-off, but I still go quite often because I love Subway. And it's partly because of the nostalgia of it, but it's still, I love it, but unfortunately it's so expensive now, but I still get it. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. Oh my days, oh no, there's a third one. Look at it, that's another one. That's free in this terminal. W.A. Smith are they want world domination, I'm telling you. Like, they start with the airports, then the train stations. And now I feast. That is 4 W.A. Smiths in one terminal. I'm taking over.
Your cabin manager will safe and comfortable flight, so
Toilets, shower, room. TV is for some reason on. Yay. You've got 4 glasses, cups, tea bag, very nice. Bed, fridge, iron, kettle, hairdryer, safe, iron board, hangers, more storage. That's my hotel. See you in the morning. Good morning. My vlog is struggling to upload. It's been uploading for like 5 hours and it's still 64%. I've currently mobile hotspot it and it's gone slightly faster, but still not great. So I'm going to take the laptop with me and hopefully I can get it uploaded over the course of the day. But not when I'm at the zoo. Nice empty roads this morning in Brisbane. It's only 10 minutes walk to my meetup point, which is a different hotel to where I'm staying at. I'm 5 minutes away right now. And yeah, my laptop's currently on in my backpack that my hotspot is on. I'm hoping, like, would a closed zip bag interrupt Wi-Fi? Interrupt the phone connection? No, I just shouldn't. I'm overthinking. Remember this hat? I wore it last year in the Outback and in Queensland. I brought it back because they said bring insect repellent and stuff like that. And I've instantly got reminded of the Outback last year when I had like this with a net. That certainly helped me quite a bit because they said there might be some flies. I'm creamed up with sun cream and an insect repellent cream on top of it. Might need to apply that again, but still. I just thought I'd, considering what they were telling me to bring, this hat seemed perfect for the situation because I wore this hat throughout that holiday and I feel like this is another situation where we got to bring this out. So I do love the hat though. It looks a bit silly sometimes, but I do love the hat. Still can't find that last flavour. Maybe it's just really rare, but they said it's in Australia, it's in stock, so it's somewhere. Maybe the stock staff are like hiding it, buying it themselves. That's possible. I feel like that's like what happened in England for sure. Yay, it's a Subway. Another one spotted. I genuinely never saw these birds anywhere until I went to the zoo recently, and now I see them everywhere. I guess it applies to animals too. You see someone, you keep seeing them again and again. Right on the park, leave the hotel they said, but Apple says go walk down that way, walk left, 2 minutes away. This is quite a big hotel, so now I'm confused on which part of the hotel I'm supposed to meet at. I've actually got a photo diagram emailed to me about where exactly to meet. So this ain't it, but it's in the car park, and there's the car park. So it must be like somewhere around here. Something going on at the botanical park. It smells nice even from here, There's some good botanical parks in various Australian cities. Oh no, I found it. That looks like it. Looks like the photo. Thought I'd be cheeky and try this hotel's Wi-Fi. It's got 3 different Wi-Fis. They all require access codes. And now it won't connect to my phone. Just stuck on connecting. It was on 69%. It said 2 hours and 50 minutes left. Oh, for flip's sake, man. Well, that's also Melbourne time. Brisbane's an hour behind, so it's 7:30. I'm waiting for my 7:45 pickup. So we'll see if this progresses any more in 15 minutes.
We approach it from I'll open the bus and I'll lead you in.
little ones over here.
It's a koala. Just about awake.
Can you see the sticker here?
Yeah.
It's time to meet a wedge-tailed eagle. I don't know if I'm allowed to film it, but they are taking photos of me and sending to my email. So if they do send it straight away, then obviously it can be in the vlog. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it. There's also a lot of crocs around me. I want to go and see them, but there's only 7 minutes until the meeting time, and then that's 15 minutes before the tour starts. I still got 22 minutes, but like they meet up 15 minutes early. I connected to the zoo Wi-Fi now. It was on 95%, 37 minutes. It is getting quicker now. If it can just do the last 4% in about 7 minutes, that would be fantastic. Also, that's 9:38, by the way, just so you know. There's a Wildlife Warrior show at 1:15, and it is a Sunday, so it's probably going to be quite packed. So I have to get there maybe like 12:30, 12:45. This eagle encounter starts at 10, so I'm trying to think like how much of the zoo can I see before like 12:30, 12:45. Then I see Wildlife Warriors, which could be like half an hour, and at 1:45, then literally like just an hour left until we got me up with the bus at 3 p.m. There's a lot to see. Yes, come on, it's going down and down. That's going up and up. Video's back on, guys. Just about. Hopefully the only vlog I'll struggle with on this holiday. Hey, there's a spoiler. See you soon. That one is really good. This is good vlog as well, but that one is incredible. Can't wait to show you that one. And there might be a Melbourne vlog above it as well eventually. This is now uploaded. Now it's just down to YouTube. Now I can turn this laptop off. Luckily, like this laptop usually drains battery, but that's because I'm editing videos a lot. But when you're not using Premiere Pro to edit videos, it actually goes down very slowly. If I kept it on this long since I left this morning, by editing it'd be shut off by now. But yeah. My phone battery not so much, but at least I got a power bank. That was so cool, man. I'm sorry I couldn't film it. It's just, it is what it is. But like, that was amazing to meet a wedge-tailed eagle. I asked a few questions about it. It's bigger and heavier than the American one. So that's the main question I had. And also like, what noise does it make? Like, yeah, it's mainly quiet noises. It will make a loud noise if there's another eagle around, which I thought was pretty interesting. I'm trying to see where the croc is in this enclosure. It's next to the one I showed you just before. I'm gonna go and see the African side of the zoo, and then hopefully then we'll be in time for, they said get there at 1 o'clock for 1:15, so like they said like 15 minutes, which is not bad. Not to be that early. I found the croc. I don't know if you can see, but I can see its eyes. It's very orange, it looks scary. And remember at Sydney Zoo where it was bigger when you actually went underneath the water? I can't do that here, but I would imagine it's a lot bigger than that shadow, just judging by the one at Sydney Zoo. Just realized there's 3. Let me circle around to see the middle one. There's actually more than 3, I'm pretty sure, but like there's 3 in this area, and they got all got their own enclosures, and that's excluding the American one I saw. It might be a while before I do it. The reason I want to go to Darwin, there's a main reason. There's a famous crocodile there called Brutus, a huge crocodile. There's another one called Dominator, and there's others that have like these famous names because they're so big. That's why I want to go Darwin, because there are literally cruises famous for feeding those crocs. They hang a piece of meat across on the side of the boat and the croc comes up. I know that's terrifying, but I want to do that, you know? I've not heard anything about the boat getting flipped over or people getting eaten by it. It's just a fun tour, so that's been on my list for a long time. When I first found out it was the Adelaide River, I thought, oh, it's in South Australia. No, it's not. It's in Darwin. But eventually, I'll get to Darwin. Don't know when, though. I need to go in the right season. Like, if I went last year instead of Uluru, it would have worked, I think. But it's rainy season is coming up now, so I think May to August is the best time. So I got to figure that out because I'm going to come for Gather Round next year, but that's not the right time. That's going to be rainy season. But eventually I want to do that tour, eventually. There you go. Pretty cool. Ego, I should have asked like what states do they mostly live in, and also how long do they live. The one I saw, I'm pretty sure was 22, which is I assume quite a long time for an eagle. I don't know how long eagles live. I have no idea about the time span. With his head sticking out, it's even scarier. The other one. That's the first croc I mean, apart from the alligator, that's a different animal anyway. But I showed your dad, didn't see that one. Fierce snake. Most of them are fierce, mate. What do you mean, fierce snake?
Imagine not eating that.
They have those in Sri Lanka, my family's home country.
I love you. Why are you so funny? Oh, did you scare him? Yes. What colour is it?
This guy has no idea the dangerous snake next to him. Just on the other side of the wall.
You drink crusty powder. Cool.
Apparently he's big, but can't see him.
Ability to camouflage.
There's the guy I met. Apparently he likes me. Apparently he was very happy being on my arm. By the way, the way they explained everything to me, safety and everything, it sounded very scary. And obviously you got to be serious about, you know, you're holding a 3-kilogram animal on your arm. They got to teach you how to hold it properly. But the way, like with all the instructions, it just felt like, oh, this is going to be so heavy. And then it sat on me. I'm just like, yeah, it's heavy, but I can do this. I can keep my arm out straight, keep it still, keep my fist closed, and got some amazing photos close up with an eagle, like a literal eagle. It's so cool to get close up to one without, you know, being attacked by one. We're in the free-flying bird enclosure. But where are they? Bar-shouldered dove. That sounds like a bath soap or something. Electus. He wants your votes. I know I pronounced that wrong, so I did that on purpose. Chestnut-breasted mannequin. Well, there's one. They don't want to fly, apparently. There's two. There's three. The guy just sitting there. Well, the free-flying birds are not flying very free. Roos are down there. Well, there's one anyway. There's another. There you go. You can go on the grass, but I've seen other people going up to them, and I thought, I've seen my fair amount. We'll let other people have a chance, plus I got to get through the zoo. Honestly, I'm trying to see everything. I remember Canberra Zoo was so big, I got through it in 2 hours without the encounters, so. Behold, an emu and a chicken. Oh, there's another emu right there. I look at the one far back, I didn't see the one right in front of me. That'd be terrible hide and seek, I'll tell you that much. Oh, there you go, sticking it out. That's good enough for me. I've seen plenty up close. Southeast Asia, which I'm pretty sure is the direction, you know, Africa's after this, I'm pretty sure. I've been looking for Africa this whole time. Just seen a guy in a Hawthorne Guernsey. Good to know I'm not alone in the suffering from yesterday. Also, this is the last zoo I'm entering in this holiday. I wanted to do Tasmania Zoo, but I'm doing other things in Tasmania. I couldn't fit it in, unfortunately. Just I needed 1 day extra. I want to get to Melbourne for St Kilda Collingwood. I can't believe it, I'm giving up a zoo for a Collingwood game. Pretty sure I've been to more Magpies games than Hawthorn games. That doesn't sound very healthy, to be honest, considering who I like and who I don't like. Seems happy. In this enclosure we have radiated and elongated tortoises. Couldn't tell you which one this is. There's a flower on you, mate. I think I saw the radiated one, just based on the colour of the shell. It's a nice zoo, even though it's weekend day. It doesn't seem that busy either, so that's good. That's really good. Apparently last weekend Robert Irwin was here. He did the Wildlife Warrior show. Unfortunately, he's not doing it today, but I don't think he's even here today. Unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. Would have loved to meet an Irwin, but I have met who's doing the show today. So, like, she's great. She did the eagle thing with me. There are like 4 people there, but she was the one, like, she was the eagle keeper. So apparently it's a great show as well. You see birds, snakes, and the saltwater croc. That's the main thing. But yeah, it's apparently like a really famous show. You've probably seen it on, maybe you haven't, but like if you watch zoo videos on YouTube, apparently it's up there with the most popular ones. Like Steve Irwin himself did that show, so you know, I'm sure you know what show I'm talking about now. Now that I've said that. As soon as I get here, it runs off. I just saw it run around there. This is why you keep recording. Oh, there you go. I'm good. He's cute. Actually 8 minutes to this. I would stay, but honestly the rest of the zoo. But yeah, I love big cats. Apparently there's no lions there, but there are cheetahs. I can't bloody see them. Might have to wait for the actual show then. Not really got the best view. I've actually got quite a lot of crocs, including the alligators. It's mad.
Look, banana. You like that tiger? It's a girl. It's a mummy tiger.
They do have this age is able to take down something that is really time to anyway.
Oh, look at her. She's going to climb up the tree.
So being able to take down something 3 times your own body weight is very beneficial for you.
Are you going to have another
To forward feed on food, which means that you can
Look at her swinging.
consume food
Oh,
body weight. If she does do a massive feed like that, though, there's a very, very high chance that she'll do nothing for the next 5 to 7 days, including that feed right here. So they are very calculated and
You're right. It's just checking.
so they do generally overmatch more than anything they'll stow it away.
You're going to go in there?
I can enjoy the rest of that show. I was just waiting for it to jump up there again, even though I saw that at Sydney Zoo. That was cool, it was worth the wait. About 10 minutes. I've lost, but it's fine. Welcome to Australia. Finally found it. What's Bindi's Island? What's over there? I assume there's some wildlife on Bindies Island. Not exactly sure what. I'm fairly sure they're not like huge animals.
All the temples and different temples and stuff like that, yeah. Yeah, that's what you want to do though.
Ready? We're gonna get a photo. Ready?
I could have booked a encounter to pet a rhino, but I chose not to because I remembered how smelly they were in Canberra. So I'm just like, I'm good. Also on Bindies Island, it's literally on the map. I don't know why I didn't check the map. Aldabra tortoises, lemurs, echinidas, boa constrictors, and freshwater turtles, also lemurs. So I'm currently walking across here. So meerkats and cheetahs. Hopefully there's a way across there to get to Bindies Island. They're congregating, they're having a meeting, and this guy's left out, and the rhino's just, he's spying on them. Cool little guy. And that one there. Oh, there's a third. Here we go. It's starting to rain as well. There it is. You can kind of see its head. Unfortunately, it's not moving much. Don't know if there's another one because they got a lot of space, it seems. It was really cool meeting one in person 2 years ago, man. Like getting to get close to it and patting it on the back. The profile picture on this YouTube channel is that cheetah. Amazing moment. I also remember in Canberra Zoo 2 years ago, it started raining. That could be something to ruin it. Let me find Bindies Island. We got to go back the way we came to the giraffes to go back around to see Bindies Island. I should have seen that first then. Getting worse and worse now. It stopped raining when we got to the zoo, but the guy said there's raincoats at the zoo for $4. I should have listened to him because I didn't realize it. Oh, my days is getting worse. Oh no. Fantastic. Guess there'll be 3 lemons then. Go this way. King Julian, how are you? Such a cool zoo as well. Like imagine this on like a nice warm day and it had to bloody start raining. For flip's sake, Queensland, for flip's sake.
Yeah, sorry, it's our bag. You got it, cool. We just literally give like one tiny cube of apple, like maybe a month. So I'm thinking it's probably do bad things.
Why is that one segregated away? This is a really cool zoo, man. I wish it wasn't raining, and I wish I wasn't like off 3-4 hours of sleep from last night, but aside from that, aside from the annoying loss against Essendon yesterday and the stress of the vlog this morning, this is just a great way to spend the day and cheer me up from certain things. It's just that the rain just had to make it a little hard, a little dodgy, but it is what it is, you know. It's a really good zoo, there's a lot to see, and I'm someone who likes to go through things quick. I spend more time with certain animals, but for the most part, you know, I go through zoos quite faster than most people. But you know, I've been walking around hours now, and you know, I feel like I've only seen half the zoo, which is great. You know, there's a lot to see. You'd expect that from a zoo, you know, from the Irwin, but it's still impressive to see in person. So if you're ever on holiday to Australia, consider a visit here, but you gotta go to Brisbane or Gold Coast and then book a tour, or you can just drive. You can do that. You get longer at the zoo as well if you do that. If you are Australian and you haven't been here, then what are you doing? Get over here. But choose a better day weather-wise. Also a shuttle directly from the entrance to Africa and Bindi's Island and close to the tigers. So I'm going to take that back to the entrance now and explore other sides of the zoo and also get to the show. I timed it so perfectly, like by a minute.
Oh, yeah, you can see my face. Don't go in there, mate.
I'm so glad I'm seeing otters. Multiple zoos on this holiday, they've been asleep or just not in the enclosure. What is he doing? A bit sus. Could be a she. It's Lila from Guardians Free. They made me cry. Oh, there it is. Actually pretty small. It's not because of the camera, it's just actually genuinely small. Oh no. Oh, we got to go. Let's go Godzilla. Now that is magnificent. I think I already got my thumbnail because I got the eagle photos in my email. I can't download them because the signal's not good enough. There is Wi-Fi at certain places, but yeah, my battery's also starting to go, so I'm going to power bank back out. Those Komodos are frightening. And I heard what they can do as well. They're terrifying. Any names you notice? Apart from the AFL one. Rest in peace. Must be alright to just sit there eating grass all day. A lot of animals do it, mainly farm animals, but it just must be like if you're not being hunted, probably a stress-free life. But it's probably boring. I don't know. I don't have their brains. I don't know how they think, but maybe they're having the time of their lives. I ain't got a clue. Imagine we can talk to animals. And that begs the typical question that I've heard many times. Would you rather speak every language or speak to animals? Answer the question in the comments. I was at the Croc enclosures there, there's 3 there. There's another one, but I don't see the one here. I do wonder if it's the one for the show, and that's why it's not here. The show's less than an hour away, so I was kind of panicking when it started raining, but I'm actually like not missing out. Worried like, oh, can I see the whole zoo before I... Like, yeah, I can see the whole zoo. I'll have like an hour, 45 minutes after the show ends as well, assuming it's half an hour. Yeah, probably just not there. I wouldn't go in there to test it. This guy loves pretty much every clip I saw of him when I was a kid was with a croc. Pretty much every clip. And it was his favorite animal, so that's warranted. That damn stingray, man. That damn stingray. Oh, there are some freshwater crocs. I think they're mainly freshwater. That one's definitely freshwater. I don't know, just some, like a couple look different. That's why I'm curious. It's not that they can't live together. In Florida, in the Everglades, they have crocodiles and alligators living together. So I don't see why freshwater and saltwater cannot live together. Maybe it can't. I mean, there is a clue in the names. they need different types of water. I don't know how that even works. How does that even work? Can a freshwater croc not live in salt water? I'm curious about that. Just like lions and tigers, they are majestic to look at from a distance. I would not go near one. I went near a cheetah, but cheetahs aren't aggressive towards humans, even in the wild generally. So, but I wouldn't go in the enclosure of these guys, or a lion or a tiger. I draw the line at cheetah. I showed it's a different enclosure because it's barricaded up. If there is something in here, we definitely can't see it. I'm glad this isn't the wild. You've seen how fast those things run. You'd be surprised. And they swim even faster. Holy schmoly. Guacamole. Not quite as big as the Sydney one, but it's huge. I don't know if the camera does it justice. Oh my days. Unreal. I was talking to my mom like the other day, like if I had a kid, if I had a daughter, I'd name her Lucy. Well, there's a croc called Lucy. You see, Mum, Lucy is a great name. She doesn't like the name Lucy. I don't know why. That is at a map of Australia. Why is it? Is there like a machine under there? Are there baby crocs? I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's just bubbling. Back to the one we just saw, the huge one in the water, the Mossman. If you remember, I went to the Mossman Gorge last year and exploring northern Queensland. We saw a croc in the river. This one is much bigger than that one. As I said, guys, Darwin. They're bigger than that in Darwin. I just I have to go. This is why I wish I was rich. You know, I've never been money motivated, and I feel like that's sometimes been a problem to me because it's never like it's not that I don't like money. I like money. It's just that I'm not strictly money motivated. You could tell me, oh, you can get this much money to do this, and it still wouldn't motivate me. I literally dropped out of uni because I didn't want to do accounting anymore. So it's just like it's really hard to motivate me with money. But now I think about it a bit more. If I had more money, I'd travel more. So there is that. These guys always like hiding. The best ones I saw were 2 years ago in Melbourne Zoo and Canberra. No. Hopefully they're in here.
A big giant rat. It's right there. It's not a rat. It's a devil.
Here's one here. He's front.
What animals have you seen?
This one had his eyes closed, opened them. Wish I filmed that. This is an American alligator, by the way. So it's not the Aussie animals, but yep, they're pretty cool in the way that they just sit there. They look lazy, but they're like they don't need to do that much hunting, especially in a zoo. But they're just very patient, aren't they? Just kind of sit still.
We're just looking at you thinking, I want your picture.
Like when you think about how long they just sit there waiting for their prey, they just pounce out of nowhere. Like I once saw a video recently of one dragging a cheetah into the river or like a lake or something. Like a cheetah was drinking. A whole ass cheetah, like an adult cheetah, a pretty big cat. Yeah, so it's not a tiger or a lion, but still, it just dragged it. It just pounced out. I mean, you couldn't even see it. Just pounced out of nowhere out the lake. Dragged the cheetah in. The cheetah was gone. Just like that. His cheetah friend looking at it like, what do we do now? It was just like, those crocs are not to be messed with, my friends, and those are the African ones as well. I assume the Australian ones that are even bigger are probably could catch even bigger prey than cheetahs if they wanted to. They probably don't. I don't know, what do they catch in Australian rivers? The one called Brutus in Darwin, it fought against a bull shark, lost one of its feet. Just thought I'd share that fact with you. This is why I want to meet this bloody croc. I can't see the cassowary. They're always hiding, these guys, you know. I saw one at what was it? When I went to Blue Mountains, that I forgot the name of the wildlife park, but I saw one there. Not today, mate. Not today. I think I saw the southern one. And who's meant to be in here? Because I've not seen anyone here either. Actually got someone out and about. Don't know what he's digging for. It's there. Glad I walked across. It's actually a different enclosure as well. There's a gate. Bro, where are the dingoes? I went through the Australian section. Dingoes, I must have gone, maybe I went past their enclosure, they weren't there. Maybe I just didn't see their enclosure. I just went through the area where the dingoes would be. 12:26. There is the stadium for the big show. Mikey Cafe upstairs. Let's see, chicken Caesar wrap, $13.55. Chips, $5.25. Similar to the footy, I guess. Hot dog, $7.95. American beef. I read American for some reason. Where is the word? Pizza, $16.95 for Hawaiian. Margarita, $16. About as much as I'd expect from a zoo. Geez, how big is the cheeseburger for it to be that much? Quite big, apparently.
Oh, you make it? Yeah.
Good options, to be fair. I'm being unorthodox, no chips. Double cheeseburger and Angus beef sausage roll. Yes.
No one is definitely going to have a choice.
Yeah, that's better. Looks a bit like a tennis arena. Like the layout of it. That burger was so good. Was it expensive? Yes. Did I wait a bit for it? Yes. But it was so good, especially the cheese. Oh, it was perfectly melted. Perfectly melted. Hoping to find a nice seat. The animals come out of there. That's why I didn't set up there. I'll take it. Probably could have sat there. Oh man. Still great view.
And my name is Chloe, but before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, the Davidoff, as we pay our respects to elders past, present and future.
Thank you for that, Chloe. Now we do have a question for you all today. Who is visiting us for the very first time?
That is a lot of you, and a few familiar faces as well. We hope you're having the most amazing day exploring the zoo and filling them up with all of our animals who play an important role of ambassadors for their wild counterparts.
Absolutely, and look at them go, showing you just how it's done. Thanks to initiatives like Containers for Change, you can be sure that your empties are being disposed of correctly and not ending up in litter or landfill.
Our beautiful birds are showing us just how easy it is to pop these appropriate drink containers into the bin.
Absolutely, well done, Jara. Good job. Now we have multiple collection points around the
Speaker all the way up around here. Congratulations, you're my group number 2.
We are excited today.
Who's cute? We tried your best.
Was that cute? That was great.
A participation medal. Tried your hardest. Alright, group number 2. We heard exactly how loud
side.
Yes. Oh,
But I don't know if it was louder. Judge.
For your safety and the safety of our animals, we ask that you please remain seated at all times. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Wildlife and conservation, and you all know it. It's thanks to Steve's dream, we bring animals to you from all around the world.
These marvelous fly radioheads are our beautiful macaws native to Central and South America. These colourful characters are pretty hard to miss, both in sight and sound.
There are 17 different species of
Relax brown people. Let's get some grown up right here at Australia Zoo.
If you were to see the world through a snake's eyes, you'd notice that they rely on movement rather than colour or shape. And Chloe, did you know their ears are really different to ours?
So does that mean if you were to see a snake and scream, it's not going to bother them? But if you stand on one, it's a completely different story.
Yeah, that's really true, because if a snake does feel cornered or threatened, the only thing it can do to protect itself is bite. And that's why it makes sense. We hear most people are usually bitten when they are purposely trying to catch or unfortunately kill a snake.
Though fortunately for us, first aid for an Australian snake bite is really simple and effective. So if you or any of your mates were ever unlucky,
We just came back from holidays.
I know, sorry. That's okay. Just like the sound of the crickets. It's a bit awkward.
I got cheering, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Just wanted to get you to the door. I like to stir the pot a little bit. Luckily for us, I have a much more reliable friend joining us today. We have been joined by Luca, our beautiful yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Give it up for Luca, everybody. Beautiful. Now, just remember, if you're like Mel and you do forget one of these bandages as well, and you don't have a bird to bring it to you, a piece of your own clothing or even a towel can also do the trick, but only in the last resort if applied in the exact same way. Right ankle or a wrist.
And step number 3, call an ambulance. Make sure that your patient remains still and
Catch their aquatic meal. Now we've just been joined by Albert and Scuba. Albert is the larger of the two, and he is a greater cormorant. With Scuba, a little two-tone coloration, she's a little pie cormorant. Now as you can see, these birds are perfectly designed for life under the water. Now that's because they lack the water-resistant coating on their feathers that many other birds do possess. Now this does make life great for under the water. However, birds can't take to the skies with wet feathers. So that's why you'll see cormorants lining the riverbanks. Albert and little Scuba are only 2 out of 5 different species of cormorant to call Australia. One, but only Douglas, our Jamaroo. Hello, big boy. How are you? Let's give it up for him. He's such a handsome man. Now, Dougie here is known as a Jamaroo, or commonly known as a black next door. Now, we're doing something different today, Dougie. We're going to walk over here and say hello to these lovely people. Doug. Good boy, well done. So Douglas here, as you can see, that large sword-like beak and those long legs, they look really funny out of the water. But let's check him out as he makes his way into the water and dry from the waterline, and uses that sharp sword-like beak to stab out and grab his food. Now food items this beautiful bird go after things like eels, crustaceans, fish, and sometimes even juvenile crocodiles. Now my favourite fact about this species is they're actually sexually dimorphic, which means you can tell the male and the female apart just by looking at their eye colour. Oh. Now Lily is not only learning to fly from point to point, but also training to fly from person to person. Now let's see how we go with this next flight. She's been doing really well with this out in the Crocaceum and with all of you guys. So the next step in her training is actually, oh, she got a little bit of a, what happened? You're okay. She got a little bit of a different thing happening up there. That's all right, sweetie. We're just going to give her a little moment. That's okay. So this is all part of it, guys. Free flight is free choice. Our birds can do whatever they like here at Australia Zoo. See, she just needs to get her bearings because she's in the construction area, so it might look really different to her at the moment. That's all right. We'll just try a different angle. Thank you for being patient with us, though, guys. My mum did say don't work with animals or children. They love to embarrass you with the crowd. Hello, sweetheart. Look. Ollie looking around, sussing it all out. It looks very different. Hey, all the seats are gone. She's trying to get a better angle. She's moving around, changing direction. Look. I know, you're so far away. You got to do the big flies. Look. Can you hear her complaining back? She's like, no. Look.
That's right, do you want to try up at exit 7, see if that's an easier flight for her? And I'll keep talking just for a little bit longer. We would like to give her a second chance, so please bear with me. We love to finish on a good note with our birds to make sure it's nice and positive for them. But Lily's one of our red-tailed black cockatoos. They're also sexually dimorphic in more visual though. Yep, she's looking, what do you reckon? Retry? Oh, she's thinking all about it. But if you have a really close look at them, the females have got polka dots all over their face and they've got a sunset tail, whereas your crocker. But you've got some extra special guests coming out shortly. You're going to meet some more of our beautiful cockatoo family, our red-tailed black cockatoos.
Well done, Amelia, but better luck next time, Lily. Now it's time to meet some of Lily's best mates.
Check out some of our gorgeous native Australian parrots. These cheeky birds are naturally very social in the wild, and as you can hear, they do have very distinct calls. You keep your eyes and ears peeled, you could be lucky enough to see some of these beautiful birds flying around Australia.
But now we would love to introduce you to the colourful aerial acrobats of Australia, our galahs and eclectus parrots. These beautiful birds are absolutely impressive in flight and such a breathtaking part to Australia's diverse landscape. Now our red-tailed and yellow-tailed black cockatoos and galahs right here in Australia. All of our birds do rely really heavily on the bush for food.
At 3.6 meters long, weighing in at 270 kilograms, your crocodile today is Scrapper.
Oh, you are in for a treat. 260 million years ago, there were dinosaurs. Today, you're about to meet one of these living fossils, a link to the creatures of the past.
There are 27 species of crocodilian found all over the planet, from alligators to gharials, from caimans to your true crocs. They're the world's most perfect and unchanged predators, surviving challenges and eras where so many others have failed.
But most impressive of all is Australia's apex predator, the animal that towers above all other species of reptile.
The saltwater croc grows to be the largest and most aggressive species of crocodilian on the planet. And you're about to see one in action in the world's only crocoseum.
Now Steve, he designed this crocoseum with crystal clear waters to showcase the animal at the top of our food chain. And today, with Scrapper's help, we're going to clear up a couple of common croc myths and show you just how to stay safe in crocodile territory.
And leading the team today, we have Hamish. Please make them feel welcome. It's the Australia Zoo Croc Day!
Cheers, guys. Cheers, Chloe. Alright, I hope everyone's excited because right now we've got coming out Scrapper. And today myself and Bruce are going to make a whole heap of mistakes around a male saltwater crocodile so that all of you can learn not what to do up in Northern Australia. Because what we want is for you to be able to go up to Croc territory, see these beautiful animals in the wild, come home in one piece and share your amazing stories and photos. Now, many people don't really understand the crocodile and how they work and hunt, but have a look as he makes his way out. He's not crashing and bashing across the surface. In fact, if this was deep, dark, murky water, you wouldn't even know that he was there. Now, for about 80 million years, saltwater crocs have been evolving to be an absolute apex aquatic predator, living and hunting in and around the water's edge. And this is what happens when people go down to the water's edge, is they walk along the edge and they don't realise that a crocodile can actually hone in on your location just by feeling the vibrations that you put out. You don't see him, but he knows where you are. And every now and again, people make the ultimate mistake. They go down and they muck in the crocodile's water. Now this gets them really riled up. So we thought, you all, Bruce, good luck, mate.
Thanks, he's on his way already. Come on, Scrap. Come on, big fella. Oh, he'll get it. Still thanks. Now that was a pretty good strike by Scrapper. You can see he's able to strike from the tip of his nose to the base of his tail in literally the blink of an eye.
So hard, so fast, there isn't an animal out of the bush that can get out of the way. Crocodiles, they generally attack for one of two reasons. The first is food that you've just seen, and the second is territory. So we're going to go around the other side of the pond and try and get a bit of a territorial response out of Scrapper again.
So notice we're getting further away from Scrapper, but as we get around on the other side of his water, the first thing he wants to do is go and get back. And that's because in the water, that's where he's the boss. Not only is that his territory where he can defend, but it's also where he's got the best chance of giving us a good run for our money. Now, have a look at this. He's going to go underwater. He goes back into that hunt and stalk mode. Now that he's under, he can use those integumentary sense organs to hone in on vibrations. He can even use his lumps and bumps on his back to move through shallow water without making a ripple, just until he thinks he's got the best chance to strike out and have a go. There we go, good work, mate. Give it up for him. He's an absolutely incredible animal. Now, they can strike from the water's edge with lightning speed, from the tip of the toes, base of the tail, and then they've got about 64 to 70 bullet-shaped teeth that are used to lock onto that prey and drag them back into the water. Now, the teeth are pretty intimidating, but nowhere near as much as the jaw pressure. It's about 3,500 pounds per square inch. In comparison, a human, only 100. They have got more pressure in their jaws than the brakes of a jumbo jet. Now, they will hunt from the water's edge, but they'll also hunt in another way, and Bruce is going to show us that.
Alright, so this is what we call a tail walk. This is not a circus trick we've had to teach any of our crocodiles. They'll display this behaviour from the day they first hatch out of the eggs. They're about 15 centimetres long, and just about everything out in our northern rivers eats baby crocodiles. So they go to the sides of the rivers, they hang out in the mangroves and the reeds, and they'll use this method to catch themselves insects and little frogs and things that are hanging out there. Oh, he's missed that, Hamish. Can you just grab that for me?
No, man, that's all yours.
Okay, we'll try again. So when Scrap is setting himself, you can see he's planting his back feet on the base of the pond, and then you'll see him start to get a bit of a kink in that tail, and he'll use that to power himself up out of the water. Some of our bigger crocs have been known to get up and over the top of this tail walk ramp with their heads, so you've got to be careful when you're up in northern Australia not to sit out in those melaleuca trees overhanging the river.
We're going to bring him around this side again. Now you've seen a couple of good strikes on the water's edge. Well, let's just slow it down a little bit. Now, we hear all sorts of myths and rumours about crocodiles here. Number one is that they're fast up on hard, solid ground. People will have you believe that they are coming out of the water and chasing people down. You might have a crazy uncle or neighbour who reckons they were up in North Queensland, Northern Territory. They were chased down on a horse and death rolled out of their Land Cruiser. But I'll tell you what, I reckon if those are true, we're in a whole lot of trouble. But let's have a go. Let's have a look and see if we bring him all the way up on land and have a look at that. Little taps on the bank and he can hone in on my location just fine. Hey Scrapper, what do you reckon? Hey, just come over here. Hey. Hey Scrapper. So you see that strike to the water? At the edge of the water, absolutely lightning fast. Let's bring him up a bit further. Scrapper. Now, this is literally flat out, literally flat out for a croc up on hard solid ground. Come on, you want that one? Hey. You can see he actually is very, very reluctant to even move at all. Now that he's up here with me, he knows that I can see him, he knows the jig is up. It's more about showing me those big teeth and really getting himself set up to be defending that territory. But he doesn't really want to move around too much. And that's not surprising. Have a look at the way he's built. About half of his body is tail. That hangs out behind him like a giant handbrake. Big round belly with short little stumpy legs. He's really not built for life up here on land. Now, if you were to go closer to his water and you have a look at those same attributes, those little legs when he's in the river are just long enough to sink down into the sand and hold him steady so that that huge, powerful tail can come up and propel at a huge burst of speed, gliding fast outside the water for that strike. Now, all those lumps and bumps, which you get a really good look at right now, they create currents and counter-currents that mean that when he's swimming even through shallow water, he doesn't make a ripple. You wouldn't even know that he's coming. Now have a look at those big teeth. Those are obviously pretty intimidating. Scrap, I'm just going to give that to you, mate. There you go. Good catch. Now, he absolutely loves this fish. Now, I'm so confident that as long as I'm a few metres away from him up here on land, I reckon I can take a seat down in front of him. Maybe even lay down. And he does absolutely nothing. And that's because he's smart. He's actually a really intelligent animal. He knows that up here on land, he's never going to have a chance of catching me. The first thing he wants to do is go back to his water. And have a look as he makes his way. It's actually quite difficult for him. But once he gets back down into the water, suddenly he becomes weightless. Suddenly he's the ambush predator again. He spins back around and he lines himself up to the riverbank. Because that's where he knows that he can put on those bursts of speed. And that's where he knows that he is the boss. He can absolutely... He is the absolute boss of the river. Hey Scrap, what do you reckon, mate? He's going to defend that water, that's it. Which means this is literally the easiest apex predator that you can possibly live alongside. Because all you've got to do is not break these incredibly simple rules that you've seen us break here today. Don't go down to the water's edge, that's it. If you put yourself at the water's edge, suddenly you're in the strike range of a saltwater crocodile. If you come just 4 to 5 metres back, you're out of the strike range of even the largest crocodiles who ever exist, which means back here, you are safe, no matter what. Like Bruce showed us, don't overhang the water's edge. People actually have been taken by that tail walking method before. And lastly, just don't go swimming with saltwater crocodiles. Now that sounds pretty silly and I shouldn't have to say it, but every day up in Northern Australia, people go down to the water's edge, they think, I can't see a croc, I'll get in, it's safe. But these guys can hold their breath for 7 hours at a time, which means if they're submerged underwater waiting for a kangaroo to come down, there's no way you're going to know they're there. And they don't know the difference between a pair of legs where they belong to a kangaroo or a human. So on the very, very rare chance that somebody does get grabbed, it's not the crocodile's fault. They were just doing what they've been doing for about 80 million years. So it's up to us to be the smarter of the two species, be responsible for our own safety, and make sure that we don't put ourselves at harm's way from a crocodile. Because when we break these incredibly simple rules, what inevitably happens is that once in a blue moon, somebody might get a bite, and then the crocodile gets labelled as the evil, ugly monster. And they're the ones who haven't done anything wrong, and we have created a conflict that didn't need to exist. Now, unfortunately, when crocodiles are then labelled as these evil, ugly monsters, people want to go out and cull them, they want to take them away, they want to put them in croc farms, and thus destroying the rest of the ecosystem. Because as the apex species, these guys keep absolutely everything else in their ecosystem happy and safe and healthy for the future. What do you reckon, Bruce?
Absolutely. As Hamish said, these guys are hands down the most important animal up in our ecosystems, and they're also the easiest apex predator on the planet to avoid. You've got lions in Africa that can climb trees, they can run fast, bears can climb, swim, run. These guys, as long as you're out of the water and away from the water's edge, you're never going to come into conflict. Now, we don't expect everybody to leave today loving crocs as much as myself and Hamish and the crew. We get to work with these guys every day, so we're obviously incredibly passionate about these animals. But what we do hope is that you can leave with a little bit more respect and appreciation for that really important role they play out in our northern riverways. Steve-O, up there on the big screen, he loves crocs with everything he has, and that was no secret to anybody. And what he did was pass some of that passion on to all of us that work here at the zoo, and hopefully some of you guys as well. So with that in mind, I'd like to thank you for coming to the zoo today and helping us keep Steve's dream and this planet alive. Thanks for coming, guys, and have a safe trip home.
My dad taught me from a very early age. Being one because I feel so passionate. I'm on top of the world.
75 dollars a pound. The Burmese python is huge. paid. I'm looking for this.
We're both done it.
It's literally just the dingoes and the quokkas I'm not seeing. Quokkas, I mean, I literally saw them on Rottnest Island, so that's fine. But every time I've seen a dingo in a zoo, they've just been asleep or just not doing anything. This zoo, I can't even find them full stop, so let me go and find out. It is 2:09 and 55 past, so we can get back to the coach. We'll leave at 3 o'clock. They said we got to beat the traffic because the traffic gets really bad apparently on the way back. Sometimes they get back at like 8 p.m. So I feel like on Sunday it'll be alright, but I don't mind though because I feel like we got more than enough time. Like I've literally seen everything apart from a couple things, and I did an encounter on top of that, and I saw the show which was like 45 minutes. So yeah, 6 hours is plenty of time. Like they get here opening time, we'll leave it free. Like there's a lot more to see here compared to other zoos, but I feel like for my pace, 6 hours is great. But you could easily spend like a day, even 2 days here. Especially if you like doing all the shows and you're looking into doing all the encounters as well. You could be here all weekend. This one is still asleep. There we go. Still doing nothing. I think Canberra Zoo is the only one in Australia where I've actually done something. Literally came here just to see the same thing I've seen in the other zoos. They're just lying there and not doing much. Not that I want to see a wild one. I don't want to see a wild one. I'm just saying, every time in a zoo, apart from Canberra 2 years ago, that's what you see. Just a bit of movement if you're lucky. That's pretty much it. It's just the quokkas I haven't seen. So, pretty damn good zoo. No lions, but still great. Oh yeah, my tour guide, like there's like 10 people. It's not a full van today, but they're South African. You might notice the accent if you heard them at the start of the vlog. But yeah, South African guy, and his wife is the co-pilot, and she's the leader of that. I don't know if they're the owners. They might be. They made it sound like they are. So these are 65. Those are 75. It is tempting, you know. They do look cool, especially this one. Yeah, screw it. It worked out to $39.85 on the exchange at my bank. I was like, yes, I'll do it. No, I won't. Yes, I'll do it. No, I won't. Then I finally like, you know what? Screw it. I'll buy it. I bought some things already, and then I went back in to buy this again with the same cashier. I'm just like, yeah, I'm back again. Hello again. It's good to be back. It's a nice 10-minute walk back to my hotel. Oh, for Pete's sake. It's bloody raining again. The weather was fine. I went in to buy some water, and then I come out, it's heavy raining. It's just like, you let me down, Brisbane. You let me down. Perth was nice and hot. Sydney was nice and hot. Sydney was a bit more humid than Perth, but still nice. Melbourne was a bit cold, at least it wasn't raining. Brisbane is just outright raining. And I thought it was going to be Tasmania to let me down. Bear in mind I'm having to go at the weather, not at Brisbane specifically. I don't hate Brisbane. When I came here last year, I had a good time. And it's been a good day today at Australia Zoo, but this weather, it's compared to what I've seen in WA and New South Wales, disappointing, my friends. Disappointing. Is it even rainy season? It might still be rainy season. I don't know. It's actually not even 5 o'clock yet, so I'm gonna wait out this rain, find something to eat. I guess I can do that first because I just have to go over there or the other side because I'm going to eat somewhere here. And then head back to my hotel, edit the vlog hopefully as soon as possible, because I know now that it's going to take long to upload it, and obviously this vlog's going to be long anyway. I mean, one clip is like 12 minutes, so I've got to do that, and then hopefully I'm in bed soon enough, and I want to wake up early. My flight is not early, but I've got a shuttle early afternoon to the airport, and flight is not too long after. I'm flying to Tasmania tomorrow. Yeah, I flew here on Saturday night, spent the day here today, Saturday, and basically half the day, and then tomorrow I'm off. So not that long spent here, but I wanted to go to Australia Zoo, so I had to fit this in, and I feel like it was worth fitting this in. After I got the vlog sorted, I think I'll still have like plenty of time, so like I might, you know, because it seems like my hotel's in a good location. I'm near here, which is very convenient. Seems like a nice place to just explore, walk around, just not on vlog. So yeah, and the nightlife seems quite lively, although it might not be as crazy as something like a Saturday night. But yeah, I'm probably just going to walk around after I edit the vlog, but that's not going to be in the vlog. I'm just going to get the vlog edited, get it started uploading. But yeah, I've enjoyed my time here, despite the rain. It was just a zoo, but based on today and last time I came here, the city just seems like a nice place to walk around when it's not raining. When it's not raining. Anyway, yeah, that is all. A bit of a long outro, I know, but yeah, I look forward to sharing Tasmania with you. I don't know how much wildlife there'll be in it, because I won't get to go to Tasmania Zoo. I wanted to, but there's a couple places in Tasmania on my bucket list that I want to go and visit, and I'm gonna be very excited to share those with you. A couple day tours, a couple early wake-ups, and then we're back to Melbourne for AFL, and there is a day tour I'm doing on Friday. You can guess what it is. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.